Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Kings and queens, good morning. I am on my way to Fulton County to see our good friend Nesto. So we'll see if he shows up today. That's going to be quite interesting. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Thursday, Wisdom family. How are you guys doing? It is Thursday. Today is Nesto's next hearing, and so we're going to see if brother going to show up today. Today's the hearing to talk about his motion to suppress vehicle evidence because apparently he does not want anybody to be able to talk or admit into evidence the child peace stuff that was found on said laptop. So that's what we're doing today. I looked at it online and a couple of interesting things I saw. So one particular thing that I saw is that more than likely this case is going to be put on the calendar for his final plea on, I think it's January 15th. So Nesto is definitely going to be spending another birthday behind bars, okay? He's in the same position as Diddy, okay? Spending another well, for Diddy it's his first birthday, but I suspect Diddy's going to be spending many birthdays behind bars. But anyway, but he's going to be spending another birthday behind bars. And so, but yeah, and on the docket for today, it said that they expect this hearing to take half a day. So this will be interesting. Good morning, Compound YouTube. Good morning, Butterfly. Good morning, Sassy Sue. How are y'all doing? She said, long time no see. Yes, Sassy. I don't know if you heard, but I injured myself. No fault of my own. I have two very strong pit bulls, and they love going for walks. And I have since trained them not to, jet out the front door as soon as it's time for the walk. But the bigger Pitty, I was holding on to her leash, and as soon as I opened that door, she took off running and dragged me with her, and I clipped my elbow on the door frame. And I did not break my elbow, thank God, but I sustained a bone contusion, which is a bone bruise, basically. And on yesterday, okay, because it wasn't enough that we may be subject to Project 2025 now because of our what will be our new and 47th president. But I was getting dressed yesterday and my elbow popped. You ever had your elbow like crack? It makes that sound. I believe it's due to air in between the joints, and when the bubble or air compresses, the bones can slap together, and this bone is not yet healed. And when my elbow cracked, I cracked. Okay, I hit that floor so doggone fast. You ever seen a baby when they're hurt and they just open their mouth and no sound comes out? Okay, and seconds later you get this horrendous cry and scream. Yeah, that was me. So after the hearing, I'm going to go back to urgent care just to, come on guys, come on. You know what, I ain't got time. I can't take these Georgia drivers anyway, but I'm gonna go back to urgent care to make sure that I did not sustain further injury, because the issue with the bone bruise is that if you don't take care of it well, or things can happen, you can re-injure it and you can actually cause a fracture. So anyway, yes, threshold training is very important for pitties. Yes, they're big, but they're only about 2 years old. So for me, that's still puppy life. And the smaller one, she's pretty good, but the big one, boy, she act like she don't ever go outside. They go outside several times a day, but she likes to go for walks. And she just got overzealous that day, and as I said, I was holding on to her leash. It was the short leash, and it only took a second. It happened so quick. I didn't even know that I hit or injured myself until hours later, when I couldn't lean on the armrest in my chair, and I was like, oh boy. So anyway, but on my way to, you guys can kind of see a little bit of the background so you guys can see where I live. When I tell you I live in the country, it's nothing but farms out here. I'm making my way into Atlanta, into the downtown Atlanta area to Fulton County for Nesto's hearing. So Nesto is trying to, in my opinion, he's trying to hide evidence. Did you guys listen to the last phone calls from prison video that she dropped with clips of Sonia trying to give Nesto legal advice, talking about when I practice criminal law? Lady, you are not an attorney. Thank you, Sassy. I'm definitely doing my best to take care of myself. The good thing is that my camera equipment is not heavy. I have it in a bag that's on wheels, and it's very lightweight because unlike some people in the courtroom that got 500 pounds of equipment, all you need is a camera and the right setup. So I don't have a lot of heavy stuff with me, and my camera will be on a tripod, so it'll be very easy to use. I can use it with my left hand. And I don't know why my elbow is stinging right now. It almost feels like hot iron. You ever had something so hot that it feels icy cold? Damn it, man. But anyway, shout out to all of you that are on. Will there be cameras in the courtroom? Yes, Compound. I have my Rule 22 and it is signed, okay? No restrictions. I can record sound, video, audio. The plan is to actually live stream from the court directly to YouTube. It'll be a lot easier for me to do that rather than having to edit film later and upload it, and it takes forever because there's a possibility that we could be in court for hours. So as soon as I get there, and I'm slated to get there just shortly after 9, but as soon as I get there, I'll get set up and I will go live. So you guys will be watching as I watch. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to the doctor because yeah, that what happened on yesterday did not feel right. And the crazy thing is it happened about 20 minutes before I was going live to kind of give my reaction to the election, and it took me a minute to get myself together. That kind of pain when the tears are coming involuntarily is no joke, and I have a high tolerance for pain. So I just kind of breathed through it and got myself together because it was so unexpected. But my son says something really funny when it comes to things like that. He's like, Mom, what does he say? He says, I'm indestructible. What does he say? He says something like, I'm built to last, or I'm indestructible, something weird he says. I'm like, okay, babe. So my son says he's indestructible. Well, he has my DNA, so if he's indestructible, I must be too. So there you have it. Shout out to Tony B in the building. What's going on? How are you, love? So a couple things with Nesto in this call. I wish I could play the call, but I can't do that from my mobile phone. Maybe that'll be a new feature. Shout out to Judy in the building. Maybe that'll be a new feature they'll put on YouTube. But anyway, this phone calls from prison call with Nesto and Sonia talking. Sonia mentions things like when she was a criminal attorney, she's basically trying to tell Nesto that that he's not a violent criminal. He doesn't have violent crimes. And Nesto was like, yes, I do have violent crimes. There was that aggravated assault or aggravated robbery. And she's like, well, it's not really violent because did you unalive anybody? And he's like, no. She's like, okay, so it's not really aggravated. It's just that you brought a weapon to the party, but it's not really violent. And lady, if the court documents say that he has a history of violent crime, it don't matter what your opinion is. You know what? Here's the funny thing about Sonia. Sonia thinks that because she has an opinion, that's what it is. Baby, it don't work that way. The law is the law is the law. It don't matter what you think. And see, she starts putting these ideas in Nesto's head. So now Nesto's thinking, yeah, you're right. I'm not a violent criminal. I didn't unalive anybody. I just brought a weapon and stole all their stuff. And then she tries to say that all these charges from these victims is really civil. She's still on that civil kick. It's civil, but that's not what the law says. Because it wasn't $50 or $500. He stole in upwards of 25,000 from a lot of people. One victim, almost 200 grand. That's, that's you. She never played Grand Theft Auto. Like, you don't know what Grand Theft is. Once it's over a certain amount, it's no longer civil, baby. So the fact that she doesn't know that, right then and there, she let Nesto know. I don't know what made up imaginary law school she thinks she went to, but it was funny because when the call started, Nesto's talking, and Sonya's like, yeah, you could tell she's sleeping, right? Nesto's going on and on and on. It's the Nesto show for once. And finally he says, wow, you let me talk. He said, you let me have a whole 3-second segment. He said, you sleep, ain't you? She's like, no, I was just thinking. I was thinking about what you said. She was thinking. She was thinking about the back of her eyelids. That's what she was thinking about. And anyway, but it was funny to me because after that, Sonya wakes up, right? And she starts talking. Now it's the Sonya show. And she going on and on and on and on and on. And I'm like, damn, Nesto, you should have let that child sleep and it would have been the Nesto show and you could have had your say. But she's talking about the fact that she reached out to her old criminal lawyer. The interesting thing about Sonya is that she actually doesn't have a large criminal history. Most of her cases are civil, and that's probably why she knows so much about this is civil and that's civil and whatnot. Good morning, Olivia. How are you? Thanks for being on. Guys, make sure you hit the like button for me. Even if you're popping in and popping out, it's okay. But it's a free way for you to support the channel. I am coming up on my 1-year YouTube anniversary. It will soon be 1 year since I started my channel. I am just shy of 6,300 subscribers, and that is part-time. I am a part-time content creator because I work full-time. I'm on medical leave right now, and so I am, have not been able to do as much on YouTube as I would have liked. And then I was doing good, and I was like, all right, I can do some more stuff now. I'm okay. And then I re-injured myself. But I have this device, and if I have to get in the car and do my lives from right here in the pilot seat, that's how we would do it. We would figure this thing out because I got one good hand. But anyway, but it was so make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for sure. You can also subscribe to my other channel. Those of you who are new here, subscribe to Bad Girls Talk. That is my other channel, right? That channel is monetized, and so if you want to purchase a membership over there, you can. Shout out to Listen to Me is in the building. What's going on, Queen? So Butterfly said I'm Ford tough. I know that's right. So getting back to Ponytail. So she's talking about her old criminal lawyer who, helped her out a time or two when she was younger and asking all these questions. And she's like, well, he said, what kind of lawyer do you have? And, this should have never been indicted. Well, it's indicted. Hey, Miss Butterfly, it's indicted because you kept saying, indict or dismiss. They were not going to dismiss the charges, by the way. Anyway. Sidebar, y'all, I finally got my hair did. Okay, I look like a human being, a decent one. I finally got my hair done yesterday. It takes hours for all of this to get tamed, is what I call it. But I feel so good. It feels so good when you get your hair done and your nails done and you just looking fresh. Anyway, so getting back to Baldy Locks. So Baldy's over there talking about what her lawyer said. Her lawyer said that Nesto, his case should have never been indicted. That as soon as he was arrested and everything, his lawyer should have asked for the evidence and the discovery. And I'm saying to myself, Sonya didn't talk to nobody. She talked to her old lawyer friend. Does he have a lawyer? What kind of lawyer does he have? Because this should have never got this far, and they could have just asked for the evidence. And she's telling Nesto to ask for a continuance. What's going on, Yolanda? How are you, Queen? Happy Thursday. Sonia is telling Nesto, Yolanda, Sonia over here telling Nesto to ask for a continuance. Just because you ask for something don't mean you're gonna get it. Okay, we asked, many of us, well, not many of us, but all of us who voted, asked for a certain particular candidate that we wanted, and we didn't all get what we wanted, right? And speaking of that, I'm gonna come back to that later, but I am still quite a ways. I still got about at least 30 minutes before I get to Atlanta. So you guys enjoy the drive. And this drive is pretty similar to the drive that I do, when I am going to work. So anyway, Sonia wants Nesto to ask for continuance. Just tell him that you ain't had time to speak with your lawyer. Oh yeah, okay, that's the solution. That's what it is. Just tell him you don't know nothing, you ain't heard nothing, you ain't seen nothing, you ain't nothing. That'll work. But it's all civil. Yeah, that's what she's telling him. She's telling him that all those other cases is civil, that the only big issue is the CP stuff, and honestly, they didn't have probable cause. That was the big topic of the conversation. No, they didn't have. That's what he said. He said that they didn't have probable cause, and so that evidence shouldn't even have been included. And that means that they can drop the charges, and then that $800,000 bond that'll come off, and then like she's coming up with all these strategies to get her jail boo home, to get him out of jail. And my thing is this. Nesto knows what everybody else is supposed to do, right? He knows what Shirley's supposed to do. He knows what Dre's supposed to do. He knows what his son Dion is supposed to do, and his fake brother Lamont. He knows what everybody is supposed to do, right? He knows what Pinocchio was supposed to do. That's what he calls one of his lawyers, Krell, But what he don't know is how to stay. What he doesn't know is how to stop himself from scamming people. That's what he hasn't figured out. He hasn't figured out how to make a name and a life for himself without scamming people. Why don't you figure that out, Nesto, since you know so damn much, okay? And then Sonia has the nerve to tell Nesto, well, yeah, so my lawyer friend, my old lawyer, criminal lawyer, said, what kind of lawyer does he have anyway? And I'm saying to myself, the lawyer that his wife is able to afford to pay for, because the side chick, Sonia's a side chick. She ain't paying for no lawyers. I was waiting for her to say something. I was waiting for her to say something about his lawyers. Like, boo, look, you ain't chipping for nothing, okay? You couldn't even raise $100 for this man's GoFundMe, okay? You are useless. Sonia has not done anything to help get Nesto out of jail. Nothing at all. Just think about it. Nothing. I'm trying to figure out what Sonia has done to help Nesto. Okay? It's the same question that I'm asking. What was it that was so appealing about Donald Trump that people wanted to put this man into office? Y'all tell me in the chat. We're gonna pivot for a second. We're gonna have a little fun today, this morning. What are y'all's plans? No, seriously, what is your plan now that we are here? Because for me, this was the worst case scenario. I read Project 2025. I'm not impressed. I'm concerned. So what is it that you guys are doing? How many of you are honestly considering or even entertaining the thought of leaving the country? I'm just saying. Because I've talked about it. I said it many, many times. Well before any debates and anything. If this man gets elected again, I'm leaving the country. But until I make up my mind about whether or not I'm going to stay in the United States, I'll tell you what I am doing. And I would definitely encourage you all to do the same thing. When you get your paycheck, if you can afford it, every time you get paid, take $250 and put it away. Not in the bank. Go to Walmart or Target and get yourself a small fireproof safe. Put all your important documents in it, and every time you get paid, put $250 in that safe and keep it in your house. Jam, yes, I am. I am definitely covering Nesto's case today. I got my camera equipment in the back. My bag is on wheels, and so it's going to make it very easy for me to navigate. And I am on the way. My GPS is taking me on the scenic route, and that's fine because I'm trying to avoid the highway at all costs. But back in the day, grandmama used to hide money under the mattress. They would put it in cookie tins and everything else like that. I would recommend that you all do that. If you guys remember when Fonnie Willis was on the stand having to explain, why she is going on trips with, people who report to her subordinates and things like that, and all this money that was found in her house and whatnot, and she's like, look at here, my dad taught me that you always keep cash in the house because you never know when you gotta quit and run. And my son's godfather, same thing. That man keeps no less than $4,000 cash in his house at any given time. Okay, because at the end of the day, if something were to happen, a Russian interference with the banks and they froze your accounts, right? How much cash you got on you right now? How much cash do you have on you, like in your wallet right now? I think I got about $60 in my wallet right now. How much cash do y'all have in your wallet right now? If your bank account was frozen right now, and it wasn't gonna be a quick fix, how much cash do y'all have? Y'all need to start saving money. Start saving money. Put some cash away, in a fireproof safe, just in case you have a fire in your home, you don't lose all your money. That's what I'm recommending that you do. $250 every time you get paid, if you can afford it. If you can't, just do $100 and just put it away. Just start putting it away. I would recommend that you curtail your spending right now. Anything that's not necessary. So I've started canceling a lot of these subscriptions that I have, and Amazon memberships that I don't need, and this, that, and the third. And I have a lot of things on recurring memberships and whatnot. As you guys can see, I'm not running, every 3 or 4 weeks to get my hair done. I let my nails go as long as they can go before I'm like, okay, I have to get my nails done. Curtail your spending. If you can work from home to avoid having to drive and waste gas money, do that. Did you guys see Jimmy Kimmel live? If you haven't, go to Jimmy Kimmel. Just go to go to YouTube and type in Jimmy Kimmel live. And when you go on there, you're going to see his show is broken up into like 20-minute segments. Go to the segment that says, I think it's, oh God, what is the name of it? Doggone it. All right, I'm gonna have to post the link. It's the second one. It's the second one from the top. And basically what this is about is Jimmy Kimmel's, reaction to the election results. He was almost in tears. Twice he got choked up. But what he said was so moving. It starts out with a skit. It's funny. It starts out with a skit where he is packing. And please forgive me because I love Jimmy Kimmel. I'm bad with names. Those of y'all who know me know I'm horrible when it comes to names. So his not even his co-host, but the little Mexican dude, he's funny. So he says, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy, what are you doing? He's like, no, I'm packing. He's like, no, you can't leave. You have a platform, you have a voice. We need you here. This is what he's telling Jimmy. We need you here. You need to stay. Stay and fight. It's not over. And Jimmy Kimmel's like, well, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't leave the country. And then all of a sudden, the Mexican dude puts his sombrero, okay, which is a big Mexican hat. He puts on his sombrero, and he has a suitcase, and he's like, bro, where you going? He says, oh, I'm leaving the country, Holmes. I'm out of here. Like, I can't take Trump a second time. Jimmy Kimmel said Donald Trump has an enemies list. He said, you think I'm not on that list? It was funny. And then of course he gets on stage and he's talking to the audience and whatnot, and then he gets serious for a second. So if you guys didn't watch it, definitely watch it. Somebody said Yolanda said only $100. You see what I'm saying? Just think about that for a second. Hey, MMPD, what's going on? Just think about that for a second. If your accounts were frozen, you would be stuck with just the money that you have at home or in your wallet. Like, for real, for real. This is why it's important to keep some cash on hand and some cash in the house, because anything can happen. Many of you, and I believe it might have been I am Mrs. BB, has said over and over, oh, Wisdom, you have to watch Handmaid's Tale. Watch Handmaid's Tale. I finally watched Handmaid's Tale. And I got to the episode where the women were at work and their boss, who's a man, is like, I need everybody to come to the conference room. He's like, ladies, I'm so sorry, but you don't work here anymore. And they're like, wait, you're firing us? He's like, no, it's not my choice, but you don't work here anymore. And basically, Handmaid's Tale is about the country being in a situation where women can no longer work. And not only can they no longer work, but they decided that because infertility was a major issue and most women were no longer fertile, and that all the fertile women in the world should be used as slaves to bear children for the rich white women who can't have children, and for the wives of the rich white men who can't bear children. And so they would kidnap all the women who were fertile, who were, able to bear children, and force them into servitude. And that's what the show is about. But they have flashbacks to when this all happened. And so the women get home. None of them have jobs. They have to depend on their husbands. And then all of a sudden, every woman's bank account is frozen. And the only way that she can access her money is through a husband or a male. It has to be a male in the family. You can transfer all of your money to your husband or a male in the family, but you can no longer have your own money, right? So if something weird happened where they just decided that only certain people can have bank accounts, I'm just, I know this sounds so far-fetched, and that's the problem. We have to stop thinking that things could never happen. I teach that in my line of work. You got to be prepared for anything. Stop saying, oh, it'll never happen, because you don't know what will happen, right? Especially with someone who believes that as the president, he can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however, and to whoever he wants, right? Liz Cheney, you might need to go into the witness protection program, because Donald Trump said he's setting up a firing squad for you. But anyway, so the women can no longer have their own money and their accounts were frozen. And my point is, even if it wasn't something that was being done by the White House or the Trump administration, it could be a cyber attack. Start saving some money. To just those of you guys who have a nice hefty account, you have an emergency fund, you might want to take that emergency fund and take 50% of it and withdraw it and just keep it in the house. All right, I'm just saying. I'm gonna try to read your comments like in between, like when I about to miss my exit. Hold on, y'all. Like when I get to a stoplight, I'll read, or a stop sign, because I am coming to the point where I'm gonna have to get on the highway. So I can take the back roads in, but at some point I gotta get on the highway. My grandmother keeps money in her bedroom, or kept money in her bedroom until the day she passed. I think I need to start going back to that lesson she taught me. Okay, she lived through the sharecropping years, lived to be 101. Wow, God bless her. Thank you so much for sharing that. Makes sense. But it is true. It is true. Think about it for a minute. Our grandparents and great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents were able to buy homes and pay them off. I mean, some of us are actually living in our grandparents and great-grandparents' home that was passed down. Who do you know? How many people do you know have a home that's paid off that is under 50 years old? No, that doesn't sound right. maybe under 60. Maybe that's fair, because it usually takes about 30 years to pay off a house, right? I know one person whose home is paid off. One person. It's a relative. Okay. He's very private, so I'm not gonna say who he is, because I don't know who's watching. But I have one close, very, very, very close relative, okay, whose house is paid off. The house is paid off for quite some time, and this person is very, very, very up there in age. Okay. But think about it. Most people are still paying on a mortgage. And then you have some people whose homes were paid off and then they got a second mortgage on the house, which why would you do that? I don't know. All right. So let me see. I'll be back. I won't listen to election anything. No, Jim, you're fine. Exactly. Have cash on hand, stock up pantry, dried and canned foods, water. I just looked at a generator. You know, there's nothing wrong with being prepared. And the truth of the matter is, one of the things that Jimmy Kimmel said, and I think it's true, he said maybe this needed to happen for some people to wake up, for them to realize that some people are not who they think they are. And maybe this is an opportunity for us to just do things differently. Yeah, stock up on canned goods. Absolutely. You know, if your power goes out and you don't know how long your power is going to be out, you're going to need those non-perishables. You know, keep water on hand. And just understand something. Water does expire, okay? Water does expire. You can use it for flushing, but, you know, if you guys are keeping a couple of gallons, and I would recommend, you know, keep 3 or 4 gallons. You know, a gallon of water costs what, 99 cents? Well, it used to be. I don't know how much it is now, because I use water out of my fridge. But even with that, even for my own self, I'm like, yeah, I need to start keeping a few gallons of water in the house. And you just, you know, you replace it every year. Every year you just replace it. You know, you can use it to water your plants once it's expired or whatever you're going to say. What's going on, Tiger Lily? How are you, Queen? Southside Chi-Town 73. She said, I'm here. I'm in the court. I am right behind you, my dear. Traffic is disgusting, but I'm right behind you. Southside, is it 4F? Just confirm that it's room 4F. I just want to know. Makes sense to it. Said yes. My aunt has my grandparents' house. They purchased it for $9,000, and the value is over $115,000. You see what I'm saying? Y'all better not ever sell that house. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. I'm trying to think of some of the other things, because I had a conversation with my parents, and you know, they were like, "Well, what is your plan? What are you gonna do?" And I thought that was interesting because, you know, usually I'm used to like my mom telling me, right? At my big age, I'm used to my mama telling me, you need to do this and you need to do that and you're gonna do this and you're gonna do that. And she just said, well, what's your plan? What are you gonna do? And I told her honestly, I said, well, right now I'm doing research. I'm doing research to see what potential countries I might want to move to. Now, I've been talking about leaving the United States for years. So I literally started doing research just to see what is, you know, the best country, researching about their health care, researching about their educational system, researching about job opportunities and the ease of it, right? How easy is it to get a visa? How long can I keep that visa? Do I have to become a permanent citizen and all that other kind of stuff? And so I have a list. That'll be a different live, and I'll share with you some of the countries that I'm looking at. I'll give you my top 2. Right now, my top 2 is Turkey. I've been to Turkey before. I've been to, I think I was in Istanbul. I've been trying, because I was only there for like 4 days, and I've been trying to, and I wasn't supposed to be in Turkey. I was actually in Israel, and there was a no-fly order placed, and got stuck in the country because of a holy war, and eventually was able to charter a flight to Turkey. And actually, you know what? It wasn't Istanbul. We were in Ephesus. I remember now. Anyway, but been to Turkey. That's number 1, and number 2 is Singapore. Those are the 2 countries that I'm looking at, and I'm serious about it. And the 3rd country potentially would be Ghana. So anyway, but I said I'm doing research. Okay. The second thing that I'm doing is curtailing all of my spending, and I withdrew some money out of the bank, and I just, you know, keep it in the house. And I said this weekend I'm going to buy a fireproof safe to put all of my documents in, to start putting cash in, and to put some heat, okay? Some heat in there as well, just in case. I said the other thing that I'm doing is I'm going to look for opportunities for extra income. So this way, any extra income that I'm able to generate, whether it's via YouTube, whether it is via consulting, I do resumes. I've been doing people's resumes for a very long time. I charge about $20 a page. And I'm proud to say that pretty much everyone whose resume I've ever redone for them was able to get a job, and not just any job, a good job. I've been doing resumes for years. Whether I decide to become a notary and do that on the side, there is really, just so, if you guys are not aware, if you're wondering, what kind of side hustle can I do? I'm not a YouTuber. That's not going to be my thing. What kind of side hustle? Becoming a notary is a great side hustle, because once you become a notary, you can actually work with banks and mortgage companies to notarize those documents, and that's like guaranteed, income. So, but I'm looking for some opportunities to increase my income so that I can start putting that money to the side. What else am I doing? I am getting rid of all the things that I don't need. Hold on 1 second. Tony B says stock up on spam. You know what? No, you're right. You're right. Listen, I'm not. I love me some spam. I grew up on spam. It's not the healthiest thing to eat, but it tastes good. I don't eat it too often because it's salty. Makes sense to it. Says she lived in Bahrain twice during my military years. That is my second home. Where is that? Is that in Germany? And please forgive me, because I like to joke with my friends and say I'm a world traveler, because I've been all over the Caribbean, all over Europe. But if I was a real world traveler, I would know where that was. So you have to tell me where that is. She said, I work in healthcare also. As we move into winter, please stock up on basic home meals and supplements. Absolutely. I'm cutting my spending habits too. The other thing that I'm doing is working with my doctor to reduce my meds, to see what I can do to get off of some of the medications that I'm on. So, I have PCOS, so I'm on medication, for that, to help with that. But is it life-threatening? Is it going to be the end of the world? Like, do I have to stay on that? On the metformin for that. There's really not a cure for PCOS. There are just meds that help with the symptoms, right? And some of the symptoms, of course, is an overproduction of testosterone, facial hair, extra body hair in places that ladies don't want it to be. But you know what, baby, that's what a razor's for. I'm just saying, razor and tweezers, get you some wax, you'll be fine. But then there's other things like, blood pressure, diabetes. Are there things that I can do so that I can get off some of these medications? And so I'm working with my doctor and my nutritionist to improve my health so I can get off some of these medications. So these are some of the things that I'm doing. I'm getting rid of what I don't need, clothes that I don't need, shoes that I'm not wearing. Why do I have 52 pairs of shoes? How many shoes can I possibly? I wear the same boots every day. I have like 5 pairs. No, I probably got about 6 pairs of sneakers. And how many do I really wear? 2? Because the others are just for fashion. I have 1,000,001 dresses and suits. So I started going through my closet and pulling out clothes that I have not. I said, if I have not worn it in the past year, and in some cases I have clothes that I haven't worn in the past 2 years, I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to donate it. I'm not throwing it. I'm going to donate it. I'm simplifying things. I'm paring down is what I'm doing. That's the word that I was looking for. Oh, it's in the Middle East. Okay, I'll look for it. Pecan 10. What's going on, Creek? I'm just kind of reading some of your comments. I cut spending earlier this year, cut off credit cards, looking at coding classes, I know that's right. Those of you who are seriously thinking about moving to another country, just so that you are aware, there are a number of countries like China and Taiwan and South Korea that will actually pay pretty well for you to relocate there to teach English. So those of you who have a degree in English, they prefer if you have a degree, even if it's just an undergraduate degree in English. But even if you don't, they have courses that you can, certification courses that you can take that are really, really reasonable, and you can make money. You can make money teaching English. So, you know, those of you who are terrified by the idea of not living in the United States, I am never happier than when I am out of this country. I love Mexico. I go to Mexico a lot. Mexico's problematic, so it's not high on my list, but I love vacationing in Mexico. I love the Caribbean islands. I love the Mediterranean. I love the food, and that's why I said Turkey, because Turkey would give me the best of both worlds. It would give me the beaches that I want. It would give me amazing food, culture, you know, very little violence. And that's what I need right now. I need peace. And of course, I want to go to a place where people who look like me are not just tolerated, right? And Turkey is a melting pot. It really is a melting pot. And they speak English. You know, I speak a little Hebrew. I would love to learn Greek. And so maybe there's an opportunity there for me to potentially, you know, learn the language. Now, they don't necessarily speak Greek in Turkey, but Greece is very close. But yeah, I love I love going to you know, either events or areas and places where I come in contact with Jewish people, because, you know, when I greet them, you know, Boker Tov, which means, you know, good day or good morning, they're looking at me like, Boker Tov, like, you speak Hebrew? a little bit, yeah. I am so rusty, but I speak Hebrew and I read it. So, and Hebrew is it's a little bit of a tough language, but if you like puzzles, once you get the hang of it and the alphabet, you're good. And it's a fun language. So anyway, tell Bonya. Wait, what? Tell Bonya we said what's good. Tiger Lily is cutting up. Yes. So the last time I was at court, y'all know that I got there super, super duper late. So late, in fact, that it was over. Okay. And I am hauling butt, because I got up at 6 a.m. and I moved as quickly as I could. And I had to choose, either I was going to not take a shower and just throw on some clothes. And y'all know how, listen, don't judge me. I know some of y'all do that. You know, you just re-up on the deodorant and some body spray and whatnot and get out the house. Or I was going to do what I knew what I was going to do, was take a shower. And of course, it's taking a little bit longer because my arm is hurting. And I can't bear weight on it, and I keep forgetting that. So like when I lean, you know, on the sink or whatever, I get sharp reminder, don't do that. All right, let me see where we are, because I'm just starting to run into some traffic. Let's see where we are. Yeah, the GPS, the time keeps changing. But anyway, Southside, don't worry, I will be there before they start. It's just that I wanted to be in the building at least by 9 o'clock. I mean, but it's all right. I'll get there a few minutes after 9. But I'm trucking along. But this Atlanta traffic ain't never no joke. It's just, it is what it is. I've been decluttering for a while. It feels good, actually, to free up and get rid of some stuff. I read a book. There's a book called A Celebration of Disciplines. It's a really, really good book. I had to read it when I was in seminary, but it's called A Celebration of Disciplines. And one of the disciplines, it focuses on things like meditation, simplification. Is it called simplification? Meditation. I think simplicity. damn, I said simplification. Oh my gosh. See, when you cover Nesto too long and you be hanging out with those people, you just lose your vocabulary. Simplicity, prayer, fasting, things like that. And of all of the, I think it's 9 disciplines that the book focuses on. It's an excellent book. It doesn't matter what religious background you from, or no religious background. It's just great information, period. But when it got to the chapter on simplicity, that resonated with me, because I'm the one that has 15 scarves, 8 pairs of gloves, 6 hats, 52 pairs of shoes. I have 28 suits, maybe 30, maybe more. I stopped counting. I have probably 5 or 6 dozen towels in my house at any given time. I don't even have that many people in my house. Sheet sets, more than I can count. Just so many duplicates of things. And I thought about that. And so as I started paring down and just, donating stuff, I felt a sense of peace. And I realized that having so much stuff was actually giving me anxiety, because you need to find space for all this stuff. I hate opening up the closet, and as soon as you open up the closet, everything is falling out. I like things to be neat and organized, but do I have the discipline to keep it neat and organized? I have OCD, but not enough to be that organized. And so the way that I organize is getting rid of stuff. And then I can I work better with less than more. Like, for me, less really is more. And I realized that a lot of my stress and anxiety that I didn't even realize that I had was coming from having too much stuff. I'm sitting there spending a whole hour trying to figure out which shoes I'm going to take on vacation, because I got to go through 52 pairs of shoes. I have my summer sandals, I have my heels and my stilettos, and I got my sneakers, and I got my boots. I got like 4 categories of shoes. Oh, and then you got the flats, because I have a flats section of shoes, right? Too much. Anyway, Tam said, I just started purging my closets of clothes and shoes, curtailing my spending, and paying off all debt. I know that's right. Good morning, clutching my pearls. You know what? I'm gonna share a story with you guys, because I told you I got 1,000,001 stories. So when I was a kid, I think I was about maybe, I had to have been around 8. Maybe I was about 8 years old. And we had just moved from Long Island to the city, so we were living in Manhattan. And one of the things my mama used to do when I was small is, my mom wanted me to be aware of what was going on in the world. She was not one of these parents that wanted to shelter me and shield me from the reality and the harsh truths of what happened in the world. So she would take me through the ghetto, through the projects where she grew up. Because a lot of people don't know my mom was a project girl, because she's very prim and proper. Anyway, but she took me through the projects, and purposely introduced me to some of her former nursing school students who dropped out of nursing school because they got hooked on drugs and crack and stuff like that. And introduced me to them, and had them talk to me with their stinky breath and their teeth looking like they've been chewing on rat poop and whatnot, and just no teeth in their mouth, black gums, everything. Or they got the signature one crackhead tooth. You ever seen the crackhead with the one tooth? And so they're like, oh, you so pretty. When they say pretty, they blow in your face, and you're like, oof. You need make sure you stay in school. Don't end up like me. I should have stayed in school. And then they start reminiscing, but I remember. And so I could have easily been like them and gotten hooked on a number of drugs and things, but I didn't want to end up like that. And so that prevented me. So when people were like, oh girl, try this and try that, I was like, hell to the no. You try it. Let me see what happened to you. But the other thing my mother did is she took me to a shelter, because I was an only child, and as an only child, you're naturally just going to be spoiled. So she took me to a children's shelter. And when I saw these kids and how sad they look and how they didn't have any toys to play with, that was the first thing that I noticed. I said, Mama, where's their toys? Forget about clothes. I wouldn't even about clothes and none of that. Because I was a kid. Where are their toys? You know, because I know when I open up my room, I got toys from the ceiling to the floor. And I got so sad. I went home in my room, and I guess because I was kind of quiet, you know, when the child is quiet, something is wrong, right? Well, in this case, nothing was wrong. But my mama knocked on the door, and she's like, what you doing in here? And I was like, nothing. I'm just gathering some of the toys for the kids. And she's like, for what kids? She said, for the kids at the shelter. So I had so many toys. I gathered up the toys that I probably, that I could part with, that I wasn't really playing with anymore. And it was a lot. I think I probably packed up like half of my toys, to the point where my mom was like, no, I paid too much for this. She's taking stuff out. But two big giant garbage bags full of toys, and we went back to the shelter and I gave them out. And my mama loves telling that story. And what a lot of you don't know is my middle name is Love, and my first name means love. Okay. So my mother named me Love twice, and that's always been the type of person that I am. Very loving, caring, and all those kind of things, even from a child. And I'm blessed because my son has that same thing. That's even more than me, because my son shocks me half the time. Like sometimes I have to go and repent because I'm thinking in a certain way and feeling a certain way and saying things, and my son is like, Mom, that's not, you could do better. And I'm like, oh my gosh, son, yes, you're right, let me go repent. But anyway, the point is, I realized that for me, decluttering and getting rid of stuff made me happy. I didn't need all of those things. Now I love a designer purse. I'm just saying, I love a designer purse. I'm not really into designer clothing, but a pocketbook, baby, and some designer shades. But I have just way too much. I mean, right now in my house, I can identify 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 junk drawers where the drawers just become a catch-all. Now I know it's in there, and I know which drawer to go to for certain things, but the point is, do I need all that? No, I don't. So the other thing is that it's hard for you to pick up and go. So I keep having this weird recurring dream that I have to leave. I have to, I just have to go. I have to leave where I'm staying. It's not safe anymore. And I take way too long to get up out the door because I got so much, so much stuff. And the important things that I need are not easily accessible. And so I'm running here, running there. I've got important papers here, there, everywhere. I don't have one spot where I have all my important documents. They're scattered all over the place. And it's I don't have a go bag, and I don't have a quick means of just leaving. And I'm having these dreams for a reason. One, because I need to declutter. And don't get me wrong, it's not like my house is cluttered. I'm not a hoarder, any of those things. I'm the queen of closets and drawers. Now, when you open them drawers, it might tell a different story. But don't get me wrong, I'm not a Sonia. My house is clean. But it's just not as organized as it could be because I just have too much stuff. And if I had to cut and run really quickly, how quickly could I pack up my stuff? There's a movie, for those of you who like scary movies, called Sinister. And Sinister is about a writer who studies different serial unaliver cases. And he basically moves into the general area of where the crimes happens, and he uses that information to write a book. So, and when the movie starts, his family has moved again into a new home. Now this fool done thought it was a good idea to move inside the house where one of these serial unalivings happen. Spoiler alert: the way this supernatural situation works is that you move into a home. The home is haunted by this figure, this person or whatever, spirit. and you're taunted and taunted and taunted, and then you decide, you know what, we're gonna move, we can't take it anymore. When you move to the new house, that's when the whole family dies. And so they get to a point where he realizes that he done fooled around and found out, and he's like, we need to go now, we need to leave. And I'm watching the mom open up drawers and just pull clothes out and just throw them into a bag, and, you know, grabbing the daughter's teddy bear and whatnot. And I'm saying to myself, if I had to leave my home quickly, really, really quickly, like I had just minutes, how quickly could I get out? And I realized that because I have so much stuff, it would be very problematic, and that scares me. So Tam Tam said, I also lived in Italy and loved it. And you can go anywhere from there. Yes, Italy is on my list. Canada is on my list. Sonya goes to Canada a lot. Yeah, Canada is definitely on my list. And Canada also has a program where they will pay people to move there. There are countries that will pay you to live there, like literally pay you like a stipend, or give you a major tax credit. There are programs you have to apply for, but they will pay you to live there because the population is so low, and they're trying to entice people to come so that they can, you know, improve, so they can improve the population in some of these towns. Deborah Person is in the building. I like China. I'm thinking Canada too. These are all good options. Teddy, Snowflake, Kit Kat, and Kitty Kitty Bang Bang 2 is in the building. Says, do people lose the Social Security that they have paid into, or benefits that you are getting if you move out of the country? That's a good question. I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to do my homework on that one, because I don't want to give the wrong information. But I think, just off the top of my head, and if anyone knows the answer, y'all can put it in the chat, because I don't mind phoning a friend, help a sister out. But I believe that as long as you maintain a U.S. passport and a residence in the United States, even if you move to another country, I believe you still, because there are plenty of people that live in other countries and they use their retirement benefits in order to, fund their lifestyle. Okay, I'm going to 56B. I just want to make sure I don't miss my exit, because over here, you don't want to miss your exit. Not where I'm at. You miss your exit, that's 20 minutes added to your trip. It's not like you just get off and go back around. Anyway, but I do believe you're able to keep your benefits. You're still able to collect Social Security, but I think you still have to maintain an address or some type of residence. Hold on a second, what's going on here? It says continue straight. Hold on a second, y'all. So I'm trying to figure out. All right, yeah. Hold on a second, y'all. Yeah, these Atlanta streets and highways are just super strange. I mean, there's no warning, and all of a sudden I'm in the exit lane. Like, okay. All right, I think I'm good now. Anyway, so yes, I do think you can keep your benefits, because there are many people that retire. For real? No, go on and go. Sorry, y'all, hang on one second. So I can't stand Atlanta drivers. I'm telling you. See, I'm forever a New Yorker, and I drive like a New Yorker. Here we go. I don't think you lose your benefits. Now the tricky part of this is, and I've been hearing this for years, that by the time I reach the age of receiving Social Security, that there won't be any Social Security for me to receive. And that's drying up. I mean, there are a number. I just read an article about hundreds. 100 and something plus thousand people being taken off Social Security every year. Now, under this new project plan, things like Medicaid and Medicare, according to their plan, is going to be disbanded. So that's something to think about. That's another reason why, if you guys don't have an individual retirement account, an IRA, hold on, you need to get one. You need to get one. You can contact. Okay, is it? Hold on a second. I'm trying to. Okay, no, it's the next one. I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to turn. Okay, it says in 100 feet. Anyway, get yourself an IRA. Beautiful thing about it is that it's your money. You can borrow from it. It will build money very, very fast. What just happened here? So I was supposed to turn in? Hang on one second, y'all. Couldn't cut a U-turn where I wanted to cut it because it's a police officer right there. So get yourselves an individual retirement account, an IRA. And if you get yourself a Roth IRA, you'll pay taxes on it up front. So when it's time for you to get your money, they don't tax the hell out of it. Okay. I live in Ohio. I'm thinking Canada. Teddy, no. You don't lose your Social Security as long as the company still pays for it. So I think that's another reason why some people are very nervous about moving to another country because of things like that. You know, am I gonna, what kind of health insurance? Private health insurance when you move out of the United States, 9 times out of 10 is a lot cheaper, much, much cheaper. So what I've been doing, honestly, is just going on YouTube and listening to other people who have, made that decision to leave the country, and what their experience was like and what the process was like. It's not as scary as you think. It's not as difficult as you think. Sometimes it just involves purchasing an airline ticket, making sure you got someplace to stay, a hotel or what have you, and then you go online and apply for a visa. It's pay to play. Now, whose uncle? Whose uncle? Where is he? You gonna see him in a second? I'm like, whose uncle is this? Is that Uncle Willie? Is that Uncle Willie? What is the name of the book again? It's called A Celebration of Disciplines. A Celebration of Disciplines. I believe the author's first name is Robert, but don't quote me on that. Ship the king and queen sheets my way. Ha 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 ha. Listen, I sure will. I have a queen size bed and I have a number of king size sheets because my mama likes to shop, and every time they're on sale, she keep buying me sheets from Macy's. Same. I don't want to be a hoarder. We are in the same wheelhouse. Learned this after my mother transitioned and going through her things. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that is basically my game plan, is to be prepared for anything. I mean, this is the line of work that I work in. I train and teach people how to be prepared for anything: an active shooter, a tornado, a hurricane, an earthquake, bad weather, bomb threat, mass casualty incident. This is what I do for a living. And so I'm not going to do anything different. I'm just going to be prepared. I'm going to be aware. I'm paying attention. All right. I'm not allowing myself to get sucked down the social media rabbit hole where I'm on social media so much that I'm not really tuned into what's really going on. And so, I'm tuned into the news station. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to be following the 47th president like a hawk. Anytime that man is speaking, because here's what I heard, and this is what, and this is probably going to be the last time I mention it, because I know some of y'all were like, no, I'm not with this conversation. But we have to have these conversations, as difficult as they are. But I've heard that the real plan was not even about Donald Trump, but that they really want to put J.D. Vance in office, in the office of the president, because Donald Trump is 78, 79 years old. He's going to be 82, 83 by the time his term is over, if he even makes it that long. And so, are they going to manufacture something that will put a younger guy like, and J.D. Vance is, this man has already proven that he will do anything and everything for a dollar. Okay? J.D. Vance is a high price hoe. He will do anything and everything for a dollar. So I'm just going to be prepared. I'm going to be listening and looking out for what may come. The same thing that I do, in my career. My job is to look out on the horizon to help prepare us for what's coming. So all this cybersecurity issues and things that we're having, I mean, we were talking about this 5 years ago, Hey, Queen Lily, how are you? And I'm just a few minutes away from the courtroom, guys. I'm literally 3 minutes away. So I'm going to be parking the car just shortly. So just give me just a moment. Let me just pay attention, because I know as soon as I turn on MLK, the parking lot is right there on the right. It's $15. Okay, no, that's cheaper than last time. All right. Alan, what's going on? Alan Speed, UPenn alumnus in the building. Shout out to Viral Via Manda. Will they be showing court on live? I am. I will be. Shatina Palmer in the building. Hey, Queen. Ebony Woods. What movie are you talking about? I was talking about Sinister. It's a scary movie. It's not, oh, no, okay. It's a scary movie. I was going to say it's not guts and gore, but a little bit. I don't really get down with too much guts and gore. I like a good jump scare. I like psycho thrillers, stuff like that. But no, this is it's a scary movie called Sinister. And it wasn't really that scary. I mean, I watched it in the daytime. I wouldn't watch that movie at night. I might be, I might get the frights if I try to watch it at night. But I watched it during the day, and I watched it by myself, and it wasn't that bad. I had seen it a long time ago, but I couldn't remember, what really happened. All right, y'all. So if you guys are wondering, like, what does it look like? I'm actually passing the court here on my left. I'm about to take a turn, and I was getting ready to say, where's the entrance to the parking lot? Because I see the parking lot where I parked my car last time, right here. So, okay. All right, we're good. I'm at a light, so I'm going to read your comments. I have a son in Vietnam. I just need to change my bank, and I still get my money. TD Bank. I know that's right. Thank you guys for the comments. I don't know everything, and I don't propose to, but, what I don't know, somebody out there does. It comes on a card wherever you are. I know that's right. So, if it ever did come to a point, for any reason, this is not about an election, for any reason, if it came to a point where you had to make a decision to say, you know what, I need to leave the country, you don't have to be afraid to do it. It's not, hold on, let me see, can I come in this way? It says entrance. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay, is this where I parked before? I guess so. All right, well, I'm here now, so. cleans the parking lot. But if you ever find yourself in a situation where you feel like you need to leave the country for whatever reason, I know him. But I can't remember where I know him. Anyway, um, if you ever find yourself in a situation where you feel like you need to leave the country, it's not as scary as you think. Just do your homework and your research. So this way you have a plan and you can execute it. You may not ever need that plan. You know, I write a lot of plans. I get paid to write plans. And I pray that we never need them, because the plans that I have to write, if we need them, it's bad. But it's better to have a plan and not need it than need a plan and not have it, right? And that sounds so cliche, but it is the truth. So do your research in case, you did decide, you know what, this is not for me. I don't want to retire in the United States because I've already traveled to so many other places, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like why why would I want to live in the US? They're trying to come to the US and I'm trying to go where they at. I'm just saying. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I guess. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go to the next level because I like to park by the elevator or the stairs or something like that. Even if I have to go up higher, that's fine. It just makes it easier for me to find my car, because I'm one of those people. I'm one of those, where did I park? Yeah, that's me. Okay, don't judge me, but I'm just being honest. All right. I am on level 6A, and there better be an elevator in this mug. Hold on one second. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. 'Cause I don't think this is the parking lot that I parked in last time. Oh, yeah, there's an elevator. Okay, cool. And I'm parked right in front of the elevator, so I cannot lose my car, y'all. All right. Okie doke. Okie doke. But yeah, just do your homework so you can make an informed decision, just in case, because you never know what might happen. Hold on a second. Let me just straighten out a little bit. Okay, I think that's good enough. Sean, yes, I'm here now. I just parked the car, and I'm gonna put my ticket up here so I don't lose it. And I am about to be walking into the courtroom. My people are already there waiting on me. And yeah, and I'm good to go. I'm gonna get my bag out the back. All right. What's going on, Zen? So Kimmy, who? Good morning. Just popped in from my black job. Kimmy, you start. You starting already? Listen, yesterday, no, was it yesterday? No, Tuesday, after I had, things to do after my running around. I went to the ice cream shop, and somebody had on a t-shirt that said, my black job is going out to vote, or something like that. Like my black job is voting. I thought that was cute. ACH, what's up with Nesto? So Nesto's hearing is about to start. I don't know when they're going to call Nesto, but the time is 9:30. So I'm about to get up in there because it's 9:27 and I need a few minutes to set up. And so, yeah, so the plan, I have my laptop. So the plan is to get everything set up, and I'll be live streaming it directly to, excuse me, directly to YouTube. All right. So just so you guys are aware, really important. Okay. I'm going to be live streaming it on Bad Girls Talk. So you guys have to follow me on Bad Girls Talk. Okay. I'm going to be live streaming it over there. Okay, so if you haven't already done so, make sure you are subscribed to Bad Girls Talk. It's a black logo with big pink letters, BGT. All right. And as a matter of fact, Tony B, if you're on, can you just put it in the chat for me? Just put, or Pecan Tan, one of you, just put Bad Girls Talk in the chat. Because for some reason, I can't figure out how to chat with you guys on here. So, and the issue with Nesto is that he has evidence of child pee that was found in his vehicle with a whole bunch of other things, and he's trying to get that. He filed a motion to suppress that evidence because he knows that's the nail in the coffin, and so that's what the hearing is going to be out today. Oh, Sanders, thank you. I got my hair did. Yes, I got my hair did. I got my hair done finally. I've been looking a mess for the past few months. So it's just finding the time to do it. Thank you, because much needed to know what was happening. I was gonna run down there. Yep. No. I got you guys. I got you. I always take a picture where I park. Yeah, I do too, but I think I got it. It's I'm in section 6 and I'm right in front of the elevator. So as long as I can find the elevator, I can find my car. There's only one elevator on here. Penelope S is in the building. Us Seniors Need Love too is in the building. So yes, you know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite hairdos because it's easy. I have a lot of hair. My hair is very long and it just gets into everything. So, all right, y'all. So hang on one second. Let me get out the car. And the camera's gonna shake for a minute. Let me just get out the car. And yeah. Hang on one second, y'all. Let me just put this over here because I need to I could be talking I could be talking with you guys all day, but I definitely gotta get to the court. So I'm gonna stay on for a few more minutes while I walk to the court. And I don't know if they allow liquids in there, but I got my little thing of water here, so we'll see. I don't know if it's like the airport, but your girl gets thirsty. I need my water. Okay. Oh, my arm. Damn. Ooh. See, little things like that. Sometimes I keep forgetting. Get myself situated here. Oh. And I messed up, y'all, because I did not take any pain medication. So, Lord help me today. Ooh, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want, and I shall not be in pain. Come on. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Nesto. Let's go. So my setup is pretty simple. So I should be able to get in there and get set up within a couple minutes. Is it Bad Girls Talk? Yes. Thank you, Viral the Amanda. It is Bad Girls Talk. That is the name of the channel. So make sure you subscribe because that is where I will be live. And I should also be able to. Oh, it smells very strong with cologne in here. Okay. I should be able to put a notification on Wisdom's Daughter, like in the community wall, so that you guys can find the live. But just in case, Bad Girls Talk. All right, now hold on a second, cause I don't know where I'm at. Hold on. Okay, so it says exit. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Can y'all tell I'm bad with directions? I see somebody up here. Let's see. See how I get it back. Do you know where the exit is? Do you know where the exit is? How do I get out of here? This way? Okay. Wait, I have to walk up another level? So I should have gotten off at 2, is what you're saying? Okay, I'm going to get back on the elevator. I ain't walking up that hill. Well, no, it's all right. All right, so y'all got to help me remember. So when I come back in here, now I'm wishing I had taken the elevator. Additional parking. I know I should have got back on the elevator. All right, I'm here. I'm out. So I was supposed to take the elevator to level 2. All right, noted for next time. These parking lots are scary, y'all. I do not like these parking lots. I mean, you know, like Bernie Mac, I ain't scared of them, but still. I watch too many scary movies. That's why I'm scared of these parking lots. Okay, let me see where I'm at. Where did it leave me? Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and jaywalk across this one street real quick. Be safe. I don't want Bonnie Tail jumping out on you. Jump out on who? She weighed 91 pounds. And the last time I saw her, she looked like she only weighed 78 pounds, to be honest with you. She ain't jumping on nobody. Sonya couldn't jump on a roach. And she's probably in there already. If she came. Who knows? Who knows? Dennis was in that elevator. Can smell the... Y'all said it was Dennis. It was his cologne. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what his cologne smells like, but it's possible. It's possible. Okay. So here he is. I am here. So, Ju, 76 pounds. And Dee said, no, baby, he's only 76 pounds. Listen, my dog Gigi weighs more than Sonya. All right, y'all. So listen, I'm walking into the courthouse. I know that I cannot walk into this building and be live on this phone. So here I am. I'm here. All right. I is here. I appreciate all of you guys being on. I think we had 168 at one point. So thank you guys, and to all of the new subscribers. I appreciate you guys being on. All right, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join me in a little bit on Bad Girls Talk. I'll see you guys there. All right, love you all. Bye, y'all.